Good morning, afternoon or evening. Today we're going to look at mobilising and some stretch work. So feet shoulder distance, hips in line, shoulders relaxed and down, and start to draw the shoulders. Lift circles nice and small, all the way up and around. Let's do some really small gentle movements to start, and then what I'd like for you to do is take your arms in front and behind. So tap your fingers in front and behind. So take them as far back as we can, all the way around. I'm going to draw a nice big circle with our arms all the way up to above our head. Take them up and then bring them down. And again. If you can regulate a nice little bit of breathing in and amongst the circles, you can. 2 more. And finally, lovely. Hands on the fronts of the leg for me, and then just slowly take them down towards your knees, and then just bring them back up for me. We're going to keep repeating this move. Down towards our knees, and then just slowly pushing up through the back. Finish with the shoulders back and down, and again. As you bring your arms back up through to the tops of your hips, I want you to just start to take them behind you. And open up the chest as we go. Take all this in your own time. This is going to be our last one. We're going to stand up tall, and we're going to walk through our feet, and we're going to push our knees forward, but really push your bottom back as well. Mobilise your feet and your ankles. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to do a nice hip hitch. So feet are flat on the floor, hands are on the hips, and we're going to lift and hitch our hip so our heel becomes off the floor, but this leg is straight. Push down to the floor and then transfer to the other side. And we're hitching our hip line up and mobilising your lower back. So almost sit your hands on the tops of your hips and then just hitch them up gently. Now when you hitch, it's your heel that comes off the floor and your legs remain straight. So when we hitch, we don't want to see that. We want to just see a nice movement and mobilising the lower part of your back. So another little practice. So sit your hands on top of your hips and feel the movement through your hip girdle coming up and down. A little bit of practice, that one. Okay. Maybe come back to that one a little bit later and see how we feel. All right. So hands on the hips, feet a little bit wide, and just circulate the hips a little bit. Draw a nice circle as you come to the front. Tilt the pelvis forward. That's nice. Just gently again, you can place your hands on top of your hips. Now make this small, and then when we get back to the front, let's go the other way. So almost hold position. I want you to think about pushing your bottom out as you move around the back. So you're pushing your bottom out, pushing the hips forward. And again, we don't see too much bend in the knee. Nice movement, really good mobilising technique. Okay, just bring those feet a little bit closer. We're going to draw our arms up into squat and then slowly down. Now the pace of your squat is entirely your decision, and the depth of your squat also. But I'm just drawing my arms up parallel, palms facing each other. And again, it's entirely up to you how high you want to lift those arms. 2 more. This time as we stand, we're going to open the chest and then we're going to drop down, up and open. So now as we go into our squat, our arms are going behind us. So as we squat down, our arms are behind. Beautiful arm movement and chest open. We're going to go back to our roll downs and see if we can get a little bit lower down this time. So hands on the fronts of the legs and we're going to roll down. Can we get a little bit further if we can? And then slowly roll up. You've got to think about your back, one vertebrae at a time. Now, do you remember when we finished? We had a lovely shoulder stretch at the back there. So slowly down. Take your time. I would like 2 more, please. Let's go. Just think about every part of your body. What is it doing? How flat are my feet? Is my movements nice and slow? Can I feel the stretch on the back of my legs? And then just open up and finish the move. This is your last roll down. Lovely. And slowly come up, feeling better each time. We're just going to widen the legs a little bit and we're just going to widen the legs. We're going to turn your toes out slightly and we're going to just drop in and raise the arms to the side. Now as we drop into our wider squat, we're warming up the hips and just taking them out. The arms aren't essential. If you want to add them in, you're more than welcome, but my main priority is your hips. And again, the depth of movement is entirely up to you. 2 more. Breathe in and breathe out. Lovely. We're going to finish our standing routine with some rotation. So I'm just going to walk my feet in and I'm just going to rotate gently side to side. I'm going to try, if I can, to keep my hips facing you. And this will help mobilise the lower and midsection of your back. 2 more. And we're going to just slightly reach overhead. So place one hand on your hip and just gently add a lateral flexion. Bring the other one down and laterally flex. Fabulous. 1 more either side. Lateral movement just helps those muscles around the back wake up. Excellent. Okay, take one leg here. I want you to bring your leg to me with some added weight. Back to centre, out to the side, and then to the back. Now you can roll with this movement. Good. Now this is really good for your balance. Push forward, back to centre. Slightly sidestep, centre, and reverse. 1 more on this side. So come to me, put the brakes on, take it to the side, brakes on, take it to the back. Okay, just change feet. If you need to have support of a chair, bring the chair to the party. Forward, together, side, together, and back. Take your weight back with it, and then to the front. Don't move on to the next movement until you're happy. And if you've got your chair with you here, it's there for support. It's all about just mobilising and getting the range of movement in those hips. 1 more time. Start again. Tummy tight. Strengthen those legs. Fabulous. Excellent. Breath in, all the way to the top, and then give me one last roll down. See how we're faring with our mobilisation. and slowly up. Beautiful. Widen those legs. Take one hand towards the outside of your opposite leg. And we're going to just gently move across. If you need to bend your knees slightly, feel free to bend your knees. All the way back up to the top. Opposite side. Beautiful. We're going to move on now and we're going to just work a little bit on rotation. So I want you to bring your arms in together like a swimmer. Drop in. Give me a breaststroke arm and an overhead. And again, breaststroke arm, overhead. Off we go again, one more either side. Last time. Excellent. Draw this leg here towards the front and give me a beautiful little circle. Place the foot down, balance and stabilize. Point, circle. Place. Two more. Hands on the chair if it's there. Now remember, if we're working with this leg and we need the space, make sure you've moved around and the chair's on this side. If we're comfortable and without balance, change legs. Point. Just draw the circle. Now if you're more comfortable with your foot in contact with the floor all the time, feel free. And if we're a little bit slower than me or a bit shorter than me in the circle that you're drawing, fine. Point, circle. Lovely. Feet nice and wide for me and just circle the hips a little bit. Again, this will be a smaller movement. Circle the hips. And then go the other way. We're going to finish before we go to the floor with our hip hitches, just to see how more mobilized we are in the hips. So bring the feet in a little bit together, hands on the tops of your hips here, and we're going to keep a straight leg and we're going to hitch our hips. When we move to the floor, I'll give you the time to get there. We're going to lie on our back with our knees bent. So if you need to grab a cushion, feel free, or a bolster for your head, one more either side. Wonderful. Okay, let's take ourselves down to the floor. Give you a couple of moments to get there. Now, slowly get yourself in a position, place your hands around the legs and then just slowly roll yourself down. Arms nice and relaxed on the floor and in a palm up position, all relaxed. Take one knee, draw it in towards your chest and then place the foot flat on the floor. And we're going to repeat knee to chest, right and left. Just before you bring your knee in, I would like you to really engage your tummy muscles and push your back into the floor. Just take your time and make sure you have got your foot flat to the floor before you pick the other one up. Now we're going to now add a little squeeze. So I want you to just come up off your cushion, place your hands around the lower half of your leg and just bring it in towards the body. And we're going to just relax and repeat either knee. So gently, gently relax the head and the neck and the shoulders and keep repeating the movement every time with just bringing your head and shoulders off the floor. Let's do one more either side, so one on the right and one on the left. Keep your legs bent and place your hands back to palm facing up. Take one leg out in front of you. So I'm going to move back slightly so you can see. One leg out in front. I would like you to draw your heel towards your bottom and then extend your leg in the air. And then reverse the move. So back with your foot to the floor and then slide the leg all the way out to straight. Back we go again. Push your back into the floor. Heel slide. Leg lift. Reverse the leg lift to the floor and now extend the leg to straight. We're going to do 4 on each side. That was 2. This is 3. Extend. Really pull those tummy muscles in and make sure you're pushing your back into the floor. So the movement is controlled, it's slow, it's gentle. Let's repeat on the other side. So your other leg, send it out to a lovely extension. Draw your heel in towards your bottom and then start to extend. Reverse the move. Back down to a bent knee and then extend. Try to maintain your hips to the ceiling. And moving through. Push those shoulder blades to the floor. Last one. We're going to finish with both knees in bent position and both feet flat on the floor. I would like you to just drop your knees out to the side and almost, and I know some of you won't be there, but getting the soles of your feet together. Now draw the knees back in and feet flat. If anybody would like to place your hands on tops of the thighs and on the outside, please do, and then bring them back in together. 2 more. Those hips down to the floor, feel the opening and then draw back in. 1 more time. Both of the knees bent and together, drop them over to one side, really gently. Just regulate your breathing on your out breath. Try to get your knees as low as you feel comfortable. Gently bring them back to center, just realign your spine and then just gently let them roll over to the other side. As an advancement to the move, and this is entirely down to you, let's go over to the other side again. And the top leg, if you wish, you may want to separate and extend your leg over and straighten your top leg. All this does is adds an extra little layer onto the stretch of your lower back. Both knees together, turn them to the center, and let's go over to the other side. And again, the decision is yours whether you want to extend that leg out to the top. Just take the stretch to another level, so you decide what you would like to do. Stack your legs, bring them back up to center. We're going to pop into bridge now. So let's mobilize the spine a little bit, feet flat to the floor. I want you to just draw those hips up to the ceiling. Push your heels to the floor. Now at this point we can take our arms in parallel position and we'll work in unison with our bridge. So as our bridge goes down, so do our arms. Now let's lift the bridge and lift the arms. And again, I want you to really concentrate on pushing your spine into the mat and the floor as you lower the bridge. Off we go again. As we raise the bridge, raise the arms. Now if you want to take those arms over your head, both of them together, advance the move. And then drop and push. You've got to hold your bridge whilst your arms are in movement. So as you extend those arms over, really good for your shoulders, really good for your lateral muscles. And down we go. Can we do one more? Off we go. Raise the bridge. Raise those arms to where you wish. Push those hips up to the ceiling. Lovely. Let's put all of the moves together from the beginning. Take a knee. Give it a hug. Single knee. Hug. Relax. Other knee. Relax. One more time, either side. So we're going to do 4 repetitions. Take your time. Last time. Ready for your right leg to extend out to straight. Off we go. So take the leg out to straight. Draw in through the heel and start to extend. Reverse the move. Continue. Let's go. Extend. Draw. Point. Back down and extend. Feel the rhythm in the pace that suits you. This is your last time. Extend that leg, really pull those abdominal muscles in tight and push your back into the floor. Let's go over onto the other leg now. So just start to get your position, extend your leg. Heel to the floor, draw and drag, and point. Take it down. Just make sure you're focusing on your breathing and the control and the extension and the flexion of your leg. And we have one more. Lovely. We're going to go to our knee drops this time. So I want you to relax the upper body and take the knees over to one side. You feel you would like the extension, that top leg comes over. Please don't feel that you have to take it. Slowly, back to centre, realign, over to the other side, extension if you wish, not a problem if not. Beautiful. Back to centre. We're going to drop both knees out to the side and just work the hips. So if you need support, bring your hands either side of your outer thighs. Just feel that position. Feel the hips open and then draw them together. We'll just do 2 of these and then we'll go to our bridge combination. You are in charge of how far those hips open or indeed want to open. So off we go into our bridge. Lift the bridge, lift the arms. Push the hands over the head if you wish. Draw the arms back. This is your choice and your option. So when the bridge is down, so are the arms. Let's go. Roll up. Place the arms wherever you wish them to be. This is your practice. And lower. We have 2 more to go. We lift, we push, we drive through the shoulders, we squeeze our bottom cheeks, and we start to lower down. Lovely. Last time. Push, draw those hips to the ceiling, and then slowly down. I would like you to hug both of your knees. We are bringing ourselves into a seated position. So just hug those knees for me. Relax the shoulders. Now I appreciate we've been down on the floor. So how we do this is entirely up to you. I would like you to drop your knees down and just roll till you get your elbows tucked underneath you. We're going to a supported position. We're going to draw a leg up into a circle and back down. So pick a leg, draw a beautiful circle up and place down. So I'm not lifting you all the way up to a seated position just yet. This is a supported movement. Again, just on the elbows. One more either side. And then we're going to go into a seated position now. So now that you can just roll yourself up, place your hands into seated. Take your arms up, and I would like you to go opposite hand, opposite foot. You need the hand behind you, place your hand down. Take it back into centre. You don't have to raise your arms up if you don't want to, if you just want to go straight into your opposite rotation, because I'm going to turn and look at you now. So I'm going opposite hand, opposite foot, slightly diagonal. My other hand is slightly on the floor and I'm just looking behind me. If you don't want to raise your hands, you can just move yourself around. And we're going to just do one more either side. And then just change and rotate. All we're going to do now is go back into our standing position. So we're just going to roll ourselves over onto our knees and then bring ourselves up gently into our standing position. And I just want you to just rock those hips side to side and just see how looser and freer they feel. And then just bring your arms, start to bring them around. Your chair is there and you want to do this on your chair, absolutely fine. And then with our arms, we just raise them up and bring them back down. Raise them up. One more time. Lovely. Take the arms out. Bring them to the fronts of your legs. Walk those feet in a little bit and finish with 2 roll downs at the end of your practice. Take them down. Loosen the back. Oh, that feels good. And then slowly roll up. Finish the move. Hands behind. Look tall and proud, link those hands. One more time and we are done. Oh, now you are ready to either start your day or finish your day. I hope you enjoyed your practice and your stretch and mobilise, and I'll see you soon. Take care.